Hey Jenna and the MK Roofing and Construction team. This is Tyler with Leads by Lord I wanted to make this video for you guys and just give you a couple tips that you can start implementing right away to start outranking some of your competition online and growing your business. So I have your website pulled up here and I want to talk about content to start. With Google, content is king. They like to see anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 words on the homepage of a site. And then as far as your services go, anywhere from 500 to 1,000 words. Now, your site overall looks great, all right? The layout's awesome, but you definitely want to increase that content. And what that's going to allow you to do is rank for specific keywords that people are typing into Google all the time to look for businesses like yours and services you offer. So what I did was I pulled up a report of your website in a tool I utilize called Ahrefs, and it just shows some data of your site, such as the rank, information of your backlink profile, and then those keywords that I talked about. All right, it doesn't look like you guys have too much data right now. You're a fairly newer site, all right, but I am going to show you some competitors. We're going to look at their metrics and kind of compare and see where you can improve, all right? So find out what's working for them and then implement it for you guys. So I'm going to dive into these keywords really quick just to show you what you're ranking for on Google, because we're going to see this a lot, especially with the competitors. So this is the keyword here. Here's the volume of searches per month into Google, the traffic they're currently bringing in from those searches, and then the position they're on in Google. So we want to look for positions 1 through 10 because that's the first page, right? Anything past the first page, let's be honest, nobody pays attention to. So obviously, MK Roofing, you're going to be ranking for, it's actually bringing in 100 search volume, so that's good, but we're at the bottom of the page, so maybe it's a different business, I'm not sure, but we definitely want to rank for our name in the #1 spot. Then we have, looks like maybe the owner's name, how to repair TPO roofing, so that's the subject. M&K Construction, Pullable Machine Shed, how to repair it. Okay, so there's not too many buyer intent keywords, and that's what I'm going to focus on here. And when I say buyer intent, I mean someone searching for your service and they're ready to buy. All right, so we want to pay attention to locations and then service. So let's take a look at those. When I went into Google here, and I'll hit the back button so you can see exactly what I typed in. I typed in roofing, Akron, Ohio. Now, I know you guys are from a little town outside, but you want to focus on those bigger, population areas, obviously, because that's where the search volume is going to come into play. All right, and you can do this for any area in Ohio that you service. So again, I typed in roofing, Akron, Ohio, and I came down here. I skipped the Google Ads, I skipped the map pack, and I came right down here to this organic section, and I hit the first business. All right, and we found ABC Roofing Inc. All right, now if we take a look at their site, scrolling down the page here, obviously they have links to different services, but there's not a whole ton of content. They do have a video and links to their social profiles, but not a lot of content. So, adding 1,000, even 1,000 words, right? We talked about up to 2,000, but even 1,000 words would blow this competitor out of the water. All right, let's take a look at what they're ranking for and then what you can focus on for your site. So I'm going to pull up their report here. We're going to skip the backlinks for now, get into that in a second, but let's dive into these keywords here. We can see they're ranking for almost 300 keywords. We're going to sort this by position, find out what they're ranking for on that first page, and see if we can find some buyer intent keywords. So we see roof repair, Akron, Ohio. That could be a good one, right? 20 searches a month, right? And they're ranked #1. They're actually bringing in 6 searches out of those 20 each month for their business, right? For that specific service. And then we have down here, roofing, Akron, Ohio. That's a really good one, right? 150 searches a month, and they're pulling in 49 of those 150 just because they're in that first position. All right, we see roofing, Akron, Ohio again, coming from their blog. Let's see, same thing here, coming from the About Us page. So, I mean, that one's bringing them in some traffic for sure. ABC Roofing, Akron, Ohio, their name. See if we can find anyone down here. Looks like a lot of the same, and you're going to see probably different variations of the words as well, like roofers in Akron, Ohio here, bringing in 20 searches. All right, and then we can even sort this by traffic, find out where they're bringing in their traffic. ABC Roofing, I mean, that's a pretty big roofing supplier too, right? So that's going to be a good one for them. It's bringing them a lot of traffic there. ABC Roofing. Roofing Akron, 30 searches a month. Here we go. Roofing Companies Akron, Ohio. There's another 80. All right, and look at all this traffic they're bringing in. All right, so these are some good keywords, and Again, I know you're not in Akron, but maybe you start creating location pages for your website for those specific areas that you service. The ones that are bringing in the volume. If it's another small town, it probably doesn't have volume, in Google each month. But these bigger towns like Akron, Cleveland, maybe even Youngstown, things like that, they're going to be bringing in some more volume. And we'll take a look at more of them here. All right, but let's head back to the overview, and we'll talk about backlinks for a second. I think we get the whole keywords, right? So a backlink is just a vote of confidence. All right, it's a link from one site pointing to another, and it passes power and trust from their site to yours. All right, it's a big popularity contest with Google. The most power you have, or the more trust you have, right, the higher up you're going to rank in Google. All right, so you want to look for high quality backlinks, because not all backlinks are created equal. All right, so you want niche specific backlinks, right? We don't want backlinks from a plumbing company. We want them from roofing, right? So right here we see the power and trust metrics. So right here we can kind of tell that they don't have too much power. They've got a little bit of trust, but we want to definitely outrank this competitor. So exactly like we went into these keywords, we're going to go into these backlinks, figure out what's working for them, right? Which ones are quality, kind of duplicate that process, and then get better ones, and that's going to help you outrank them. All right, and it goes for keywords as well, right? You see which keywords are working for their site, you want to duplicate that and then beat out their content. And then if we come over here to the next competitor, I wanted to change it up a little bit and focus on decks this time. So we did Deck Builder, Cleveland, Ohio. All right, we came down here, same thing, clicked on that first result, and we see here classic custom decks. All right, we can see right away that they have a little bit more content. All right, this is actually their Decks Cleveland, Ohio location page. All right, so this isn't their home page of their site, but they do have a little bit of content, and you can definitely beat it out with, that 500 to 1,000 words on that back page. And then taking a look at their Ahrefs report really quick, we can see here they only have 4 sites pointing back to theirs, giving them 5 backlinks, and the power and trust, aren't that great. But we can take a look at some of these keywords that focus on decks rather than roofing, and you can, not only rank for roofing, but decks and all of your different services. So we see here Deck Builders, Cleveland, Ohio. It's bringing in 50 searches a month. All right, imagine just getting 10% of that, 20% of that, right, to your site. That's, jobs coming to you monthly, organically, right? And this is the whole point of this, bringing in those organic leads for your business. So that's a good one there. Obviously, they're ranking for their name there. Decks Cleveland, Ohio is only bringing in 10 searches a month. We got Builders in Cleveland, Ohio, right? That could mean a couple different things, but that's 50 searches. Cheap Deck Builders, 100 searches, right? We don't want anyone, with cheap deck builders, right? But that's not necessarily location specific. We got Builders in Northeast Ohio. So there's not a ton, right? There's not a ton for decks, but there's definitely some, like Deck Builder, Cleveland, Ohio. Oh, actually, that one was without the S. You remember I mentioned earlier the different variations, right? Here's without the S, and it's still bringing in 50 searches a month. So definitely some good keywords to focus on as far as deck building goes. Now, we talked about content. We talked about backlinks. The last thing I want to touch upon are citations. And a citation is your name, address, and phone number, all right? And we list those in business directories online, such as Yellow Pages. All right, so doing so, that creates a citation. And we want to create as many citations as we can to really get your business name out there and for people to find you. Okay, and it has all to do with your Google My Business listing. So your Google My Business listing here, it looks pretty good. We're going to jump in, see if you've got pictures. It looks like you've got a couple. We definitely want to add at least 20 pictures. All right, really showcase all the work that you do. Let's see. Down here, we have a little description. They let you max it out actually at 750 characters. So do that, right? We talked about how important content was. So that's a great opportunity to rank for content. Looks like you've posted here. You want to make sure we post probably at least once a week. I would recommend even a couple times a week. That's definitely going to, again, showcase your work, and it shows people that you're active. And then you've got some great Google reviews, so you want to keep those up. All right. So, but overall, this is a nice GMB. We want to make sure to optimize it as much as possible. Add in those citations. All right, because not only can we get our website ranked on the first page, we can get our Google My Business ranked as well. right? So that way, when we come over here to Google and we type in any of the services you offer, such as roofing Akron, Ohio, we can come down here to this map pack, and we want to see your listing here, right? We don't want to see competitors, because think about it. Anytime we type in like pizza place nearby, or really anything we're looking for on Google, people come to this map pack because they trust Google to send them to the top results, right? To the top businesses. And they can see the reviews right away. They can see their phone number, their hours. If they've got a website, they can get directions. So this is a pretty powerful tool that we don't want to miss out on. So again, adding in those citations to that Google listing and optimizing that, that's what's going to help us get here, right? And we can get there for many different search terms, right? Whether it be roofing, decks, whatever it is. All right, so do that to get there. And then again, down here in this organic section, that's where the content and those backlinks come into play. So if you have any questions at all, feel free to contact me. Here's my business website. We are based out of the Philadelphia area, right? But we help businesses all over the country. Again, my name's Tyler, and I look forward to talking to you soon.